Tonight on Saturday Night Shop Talk, we're going to be talking about the combination square. Now, there's many attachments to the combination square. For example, right here, this is for the center finder. This right here is for the degrees to find an angle. It also has this one doesn't have it, but L.S.Starrett, this is the company that made it. They were the original designer of the combination square. And the modern ones, they have a level right here. This one is actually pretty close to the original. This is a 1882 model. And what's pretty amazing about this model, even though it's from 1882, the tape measure or the ruler actually has not changed in design at all. You can take a modern day one, and let's say you lose the square here, or you lose the center finder, or let's say you lose the dial indicator for the degrees, and a modern day one will fit in this exact slot. So it's relatively has not changed at all. Now, in order to use this, you see you have the 32nd and you have the 64ths. And what you do is you unloosen this screw here, then you slide it. So, for example, we have this plate here. I blued up. It's an aluminum plate. It's 1/8 of an inch thickness. And we have an unknown size. So, what you do is, what I do at least, is I bring it down almost all the way to where it's not going to fall off. And then I tighten it down, and then you butt it right up against the part or object that you're going to be doing. So just so. And as you can see, you're exactly 1 inch off from this side, and where I laid it exactly on the number 10. So that means this is 9 inches wide. So we want to find the center. So 9, half of 9 is 4.5. So what you do is you move this down to 4 and a half. Like so. Then you lay it right up against there. And you see, that's 4.5. So that is exactly on center. Now, when you get this combination square right here on the bottom, where that hole is, there is a scribe. it looks like a piece of needle. It has a knurled end on the opposite side. Well, this one is missing for some reason, so you need to find yourself a sharp object, something preferably like a nail, or in my case, I use this little 8-bay screwdriver I got. So I lay it up against the object. I firmly hold it. And then I make a very tiny indentation. Okay. Now, to double check to make sure that this is perfectly in center, you take this off and you put on this attachment here. Like I said, this is for to find centers on any part or any object for that matter. How you put this on, you see right here, you got this groove here. And you have this knurled pin here, which this doesn't have a spring in it. I have seen these with a spring, but like I said, it's from 1882. So they probably didn't even think about that back in the day. They just said, oh yeah, it's held in there. And they just shipped it on its way. So there's a groove. Put the groove right in that slit. It is very hard to put on there. Then sometimes you gotta move it. Move it all the way out. There we go. Oh, come on. Well, here we go. Now, what you do here, you put it right there, right up against there, just like so. And then like so. Then you spread the line. Like so. Now, just to be certain, you find another spot and you scribe it right there. So, I'm going to do this off camera because this is pretty awkward to hold. Make sure you guys put pressure up against the ruler. Because if you don't put pressure up against the ruler, it'll tend to walk. So you don't want to do that. So next on the agenda here is the degrees, or to define the angle. And what you do is in the back here, there's a nut. You loosen that up. And on the side here and here, there is a 0 on the indication. That way you can move it. So, for example, let's move it. Here. We're at the 50-degree mark. So, if I put the ruler on here and I go to mark it, it'll be exactly 50 degrees to the circle or hex bar or square or triangle or whatever geometry or object that you want to do. It'll be always at the 50 degree. And this right here, this straight edge, not always a straight edge, but this is not just so it looks good on your hand. This right here is a 45 degree. So when you put it on your ruler here, you go to mark it. When you go to mark it, this will always be 45 degrees. I know it's a bad reference point because this is a round object, but here. Here, right there, that's 45. Flip it the other way around, that's 45. It's always going to be 45. It's really convenient when you're in a quick under the clock at work, and you need to find a 45 quickly. This comes in handy. This is also good for woodworking, metalworking, and pretty much any time you need a measurement device. For example, sewing. I've actually saw my mother use one of these. Of course, it was a lot smaller, of course, but I've seen her do it with quilts. Also right here, which this one is gone, but in the center here is a leveler, and it's no longer there. But yeah, there's supposed to be a level here, but it's no longer there. That is good for squaring up jobs like anything, a 2x4, piece of steel, anything to square up. If you want pinpoint accuracy, you use this level here, and it'll tell you if you're dead on center or not. Alright guys, that's it for tonight. So if you guys like this content, be sure to give a thumbs up, thumbs down, share, subscribe. Later.